one-on-one music review show, we do not disappoint, okay? And we are going to keep it going. Well, just a few minutes ago, we had an opportunity to listen to Empress Naya. She hails out of Canada. Of course, it is that here on the one-on-one music review show, we always award our listeners as well, okay? So, I will be giving away copies of Get Away. If you would like a copy, do send me a message and I will make it happen, right? Well, coming up next, we have the talented Mr. Lamington, Botanist. He is going to be joining us, right, for his interview up next. And it's a full album, so he will be here for a while because we're talking about an album of excellence. And when we're talking about reggae music that reached the four corners of the earth, and the great music that it is this artist exude, whether they be out of Jamaica, any African countries, Europe, UK, wherever in the world, right here on the One-on-One Music Review Show, we go and we find them and we bring you nothing but the best. And I'm telling you right now, you've got to listen to this album. I won't let you wait any longer, okay? You be the judge. And keep on sending me your questions for Mr. Botanist. He will be right up in just a few minutes.
Well, this is Botanist representing out of concrete jungle, yeah. Yeah, me know. Welcome to New Africa, where African brother kill our next African. Welcome to New Africa. Why them a test them vaccine in Africa? Welcome to New Africa. Well, leaders and musicians are sell out fake drug. Welcome to dirty Africa. Oh, Jah, me wish you could have pulled out the plug. Oh, well, yeah. No food to eat to get me mind at ease. Babylon, them promise but misuse the fees. More guns to squeeze, we put the world on freeze. Why are you doing this to African kids? Them behaviors thing, because the man can think, third eye can blink. No, 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 just a thinking I sing. Every day them a drink, brain cell get crushed and the dreams in a it. Me tell you no the truth.
Are you listening? Okay? I tell you, we do not disappoint. And when I'm talking about this album and how excellent the production is and the songwriting, when Mr. Lamington Botanist come on, you will see how talented this young man is. Okay? Hats off to him. This song, New Africa, one of my favorite tracks of the album.
Well, this is Botanist representing out of concrete jungle, yeah. Yeah, me know. Welcome to New Africa, where African brother kill our next African. Welcome to New Africa. Why them a test them vaccine in Africa? Welcome to New Africa. Well, leaders and musicians are sell out fake drug. Welcome to dirty Africa. Oh, Jah, me wish you could have pulled out the plug. To get friends, them squeeze it. Material things now amuse me. Me know enough of them wanna come and use me. Straight, with no decency to dispose me. Enough of them wanna come and replace me. Had me go, none of them can stop me. Higher ranking botanist, them can punk me. As me turn and me never change color. Birds of the same feather fly together. I try so hard to do, but the pressure keeps pulling me back. I try so hard to degrade, but the people them not great back. Oh, what a thing, yeah. Oh, what a saddest thing right now. What a ridiculous thing here. Oh, what a thing. Oh, what a thing. Who don't know this? See me not sing for cream. Most of them wanna burn me factory. Them get fast when me pick up me tree. Enough of them don't know this a hempology. Botanist, me a the lyrical specialist. Enough of them should have catch on this. Me let me herb in a green chalice. Burn out the wicked and them malice. It's all about will me cancel this. Never be better than cannabis. Never be better than candlelis. Sniper right now me handle this. In a jungle we conquer this. You never be better than botanist. Never be better than botanist. So hard to do, but the pressure keeps pulling me back. I try so hard to degrade, but the people them not great back. Oh, what a thing, yeah. Oh, what a saddest thing right now. What a ridiculous thing here. Oh, what a thing. Oh, what a thing. You don't know this. Long time me see them not like me. Me see how them a carry on and abuse me. Me struggle every day. Them not care about me. Make me hustle every day just to get the victory. You don't quote me, no bother buy me grocery. One run your mouth and sound so boasty. Me there alone, no bother mention me. Me have no plans like a old palm tree. Botanist, me give you clean philosophy. You say you are gonna make me better, never do so. It's so hard to do, but the pressure keeps pulling me back. I try so hard to degrade, but the people them not great back. Oh, what a thing, yeah. Oh, what a saddest thing right now. What a ridiculous thing here. Oh, what a thing. Oh, what a thing. Oh, yeah. Well, Mr. Lamington, that's a jungle right now. It's a dub style with their deal with. No. Hey, enough of them know say we try hard. Concrete. Yes, when them a try make we fall. No. Dub style. That's straight. No. Well, Mr. No.
Yes. Don't go anywhere. We have Mr. Lamington. And this is his album, right? The album listening party, but guess what? He will be up momentarily. Keep vibing.
Well, plants a good seed every day when we breathe. Give thanks to the gods every time when you breathe. You better know your bloodline from the king. You never know. Mr. Why them a sing? Make me tell you know the truth so the light can reveal. So much information from the books that me read. Stay conscious, Rasta, never weak. Positivity we speak. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone so them a bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone so them a bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Yeah. Make me tell you now the story go on so. Me day a sentence but me never bust no. Intimidation is the deal so me never coulda heal. My music is deep, see the gods give me the read. And the beautiful plant them call it weed. Never crash down the green. It take away all the bad energies. Take away all the bad frenemies. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow can reveal. So much information from the books that me read. Stay conscious, Rasta, never weak. Positivity we speak. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Yeah. Make me tell you now the story go on so. Me they a sentence but me never bust no. Intimidation is the deal, so me never coulda heal. My music is deep, see the gods give me the read. And the beautiful blonde them call it weed. Never crash down the green. It take away all the bad energies. Take away all the bad frenemies. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. You better open the seal. Plant a good seed every day when we breathe. Give thanks to the gods every time when you breathe. You better know your bloodline from the king. You never know. Mr. Why them a scene. Make me tell you now the truth so the light can reveal. So much information from the books that me read. Stay conscious, Rasta, never weak. Positivity we speak. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. You better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. You better open the seal. Whoa, 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 whoa. A major mockery, a concrete jungle. No, 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 the shift. See reggae music to the world right now. Hey, well this is Botanist representing out of concrete jungle here. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you're currently listening, yes, the signal dropped, okay? So, refresh, and we will be right in studio. We have Botanist, Mr. Lamington, who's coming up momentarily.
Thanks to the gods every time when you breathe. You better know your bloodline from the king. You never know. Mr. Why them a scene. Make me tell you know the truth so the light can reveal. So much information from the books that me read. Stay conscious, Rasta, never weak. Positivity we speak. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Yeah. Make me tell you now the story go on so. Me they a sentence but me never bust no. Intimidation is the deal, so me never coulda heal. My music is deep, see the gods give me the read. And the beautiful blonde them call it weed. Never crash down the green. It take away all the bad energies. Take away all the bad frenemies. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them on bow one knee to get the key. You better open the seal. Plant a a good seed every day when we breathe. Give thanks to the gods every time when you breathe. You better know your bloodline from the king. You never know. Mr. Why them a scene? Make me tell you now the truth so the light can reveal. So much information from the books that me read. Stay conscious, Rasta, never weak. Positivity we speak. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them about one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them about one knee to get the key. You better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them about one knee to get the key. Better open the seal. Time will tell if your friend them real. Time will tell if them strong like steel. Time is gone, so them about one knee to get the key. You better open the seal. Hey, Major Mockery.
Yes, how you doing?
Hey, Concrete Jungle. No. The shift.
Well, I'm doing well.
Hey, well. See reggae music to the world right now. Hey, well, this is Botanist representing us to Concrete Jungle here. No.
Definitely. All right, no problem. So is my signal okay? Can you hear me?
Oh, loud and clear.
No.
Way better than the last time.
Well, this is Botanist representing us to Concrete Jungle here.
Yes.
Hey,
all right,
speak to the ghetto, use them. In the ghetto, no. Take where your friend them.
Hello. We are live. Of course it is. We are live. We are live. Yes, we have Botanist in studio as well. And you know what?
Yes, people.
So it's interesting that I was actually speaking with you. We were live on here as well. But of course, we were introducing each other. But well, here's what's up. So the signal dropped. And so we had to wait for it to come back. So everyone who is listening as well, you can reshare. And for everyone who is in, as I tell everyone every week, is that sometimes the signal drop. I don't know if it's because of the amount of persons that are vibing to the show, but it drops sometimes. And so if you just refresh, then you will get you right back, to wherever we are in the show. So yes, I can see that. I can see that we still have a live audience who's currently tuning in and is loving Mr. Lamington's sound and what it is that this album is giving. This album gives me. I'm so happy for this album because it gives me life. But before we get into the album, can you introduce yourself to our listening audience?
All right, greetings to the world. Yeah, man, this is Botanist, Mr. Lamington. Yeah, man, from South Africa, straight out of Africa, Yeah, we're there, man. So right now, me there come out a place named Val in anything around Johannesburg. So yeah, man, we're there definitely. Big up.
I really love the album. I had an opportunity to go in and listen to the whole album. And as I said, it's giving. It has a vibe to it. I love the you know me. I love the production. I love the production quality that you put into it as well.
All right.
For ourselves as a Jamaican, that sometimes we find that there are various artists across the world that explore reggae music, right? And they do well. Yeah. They do well, and there are some that do exceptionally well. That you're able to say, "Hold up, what?" Right? So you fall into that category of exceptionally well, because it's not just about the production. The production is great as well, the songwriting and everything. Yes. So, as we talk about the production and stuff like that, I want you to tell our audience how much instruments are you actually playing?
Well, when it comes to production, it's not really that much of a train smash because probably I will just plug my piano and the bass, What I'd like to put more alive is my keys and the melodies. That will obviously be my saxophones and other added sounds, additional sounds and whatever. But mostly the bass, obviously, I just put it semi-live as well so that actually just balance with the whole production. But basically, everything is programmed. Eh? The drums from scratch, just get the nice, pegs or whatever they might call it. Other people call it pegs, but I just prefer using a normal drum, and then you just tweak it to whatever you want it to sound like,
Well, how many instruments do you play?
Well, I play drums, I play bass, and I play pianos. I play a bit of saxophone, but I didn't go much into that. And yeah, that's more about it, eh?
I love it. I love it. So, apart from being a good instrumentalist and the amount of instruments that you play, do you also make beats and rhythms?
Yes, obviously, I produced my album for myself. I'm also mixing and engineering, so I'm basically mixing and mastering the whole thing from vocal waves to the instruments and everything. So yes, definitely I make beats when I've got requests every day and then, but I prefer using, or rather working with my brothers, that I feel like, sometimes when you want to be a producer of something, you have to connect it, more with that particular type of a direction you want to take. If you love doing beats, you just need to focus on that, because, the more we can be versatile and everything, but somehow we end up not ending our project by ourselves, because it needs a different ear. It needs to get to a different person and all that,
Yes.
So in order for you to save that time, you just leave the beat maker to just create it.
Well, I was going to ask in terms of the mixing and the mastering itself, because for most people it takes two different ears, to do the mixing and the mastering. Have you done both?
No, the trick with the shift, I was really forcing. So this album that got nominated, I had to mix and master it myself, because it was my first album. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna create the sound that I want, and not give somebody else to give me their sound. So I just, started mixing everything and mastering everything on my own, and then after that I gave it to a number of people that are actually visible in terms of mixing and mastering, because I remember I gave it to this other guy, Kulufelo. He's one of the biggest engineers in South Africa from Gearhouse. So I just gave him, I said, yo, listen to this, tell me what's happening. Yo, this guy just came back and said, yo, I like the way you just applied everything. It's just so clean and nice. Even your effect, it's not so hard in the room. And I was like, oh, okay. It means I'm not bad, And then I was just like, okay, maybe I'll keep on doing it, or, rather just give my brothers there and then, so that we can just work all together. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. We have a whole album that we're going to run through, and I want my listening audience to be able to hear exactly what it is that I'm hearing in terms of the production themselves. We're going to, right? So we are going to be here. Right. We are going to be here. So far at the top of the hour, we highlighted New Africa. New Africa is one of my favorite. The minute I heard it, I was like, whoa! It is not just about the production, but also the composition of the song. And what you actually, the message, the composition, which is the creativity, and the message that you actually have put into sending out. I love it. So we listened to New Africa. We had a chance to listen to Try Hard. I'm going to come back and ask you a few questions about that, as well as a few, audience members are sending me, listening audience is sending me a few messages, a few questions as it pertains to that as well. But I'm going to jump to Uptown Jenna, the Uptown Jenna track.
No problem.
And we'll be right back with some more questions as well.
All right, bless my MC, my sister. Bless her.
A general teacher. Well, this is Botanist representing out a concrete jungle, yeah. Hey, street. Well, it's hard to accept man a Uptown Jenna. Batman, no we no scare my man a bright like a Steiner, the darkest weather. Ancient, tough like leather. It's hard to accept man a Uptown Jenna. Batman, no we no scare my man a bright like a Steiner, the darkest weather. Tough like well. First thing this at the jungle boss, man, I'm ready for the uptown floss. Lyric full of stomach, need a dental floss. No gimmick, call me uptown boss. From the kick and snare, man, I bow to the boss. Me's a weapon to vampire like a cross. Holy water flash them fast when it come to the bread, man, I press like grass. Jungle street. Well, it's hard to accept, man, a uptown Jenna. But man, no we no scare, my man, I bright like a Steiner, the darkest weather. Ancient, tough like leather. It's hard to accept, man, a uptown Jenna. But man, no we no scare, my man, I bright like a Steiner, the darkest weather. Ancient, tough like leather. Well, them better know me still a hustle like Christ. Choke M bison like vice. Take a little of my advice. Life are not gamble like a you throw dice. People are fight for the rights. Xenophobia, none of them can rise. Mr. Lamington make me X-Spice. Hot like curry and fried jello rice. Well, it's hard to accept, man, a uptown Jenna. But man, no we no scare, my man, a bright like a Steiner, the darkest weather. Ancient, tough like leather. It's hard to accept, man, a uptown Jenna. But man, no we no scare, my man, a bright like a Steiner, the darkest weather. Ancient, tough like leather. Well. First thing this at the jungle boss, man, I'm ready for the uptown floss. Lyric full of stomach, need a dental floss. No gimmick, call me uptown boss. From the kick and snare, man, I bow to the boss. Me's a weapon to vampire like a cross. Holy water flash them fast when it come to the bread, man, I press like grass. Jungle street. Well, it's hard to accept, man, a uptown Jenna. But man, no we no scare, my man, I bright like a Steiner, the darkest.
Hello. Let me tell you right now, it's like, you see what I'm talking about. This album is the album. Yes, because you can vibe to this album, and there's so much different genres that's attached to it. It's an eclectic album as well, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah. The music good, you know.
Yes, man. Let me tell you, I just want to take the time as well to shout out a few countries because they're hitting me up as Empress Rose. We love what we're here in Africa to the world. Bless up to Ethiopia. I see you, Glanston, out of Ethiopia. I also see you, Stanley, as well. Big ups to you. We have Johannesburg, who is live in the house as well, are in the back that's listening and saying, Mr. Lamington is the truth. Yeah, he brings the fire. Yeah. So,
all right.
Yes.
Bang, bang, we're there.
Bang, bang. We have out of Jamaica. We'd just like to shout out my Jamaicans as well that's listening in Ocherius, Montego Bay, Kingston. Right now we know that there's Reggae Songfest going on, but for whatever reason it is, you guys are tapped in and you're listening to me. And I have to appreciate that because you chose me over Reggae Songfest or whatever is going on right now with Reggae Songfest. And I appreciate that as well. So, big ups to people who are logging in and clocking in out of Negril, Lucy, Hanover, Montego Bay, Ocherius, Kingston, Trenchtown as well. Big ups to Proverbs as well, who is hailing from out of Trenchtown. I see you. Big ups to you. Canada is in the house. Empress Naya is still listening. Okay, after her interview, she's still listening and she's saying, shout out to Africa and big ups to Africa, yeah? The one-on-one music review show is lit. Yes. I appreciate it.
Bless up to all the people that we are sure love, you know. Yeah, man, we're there straight from South Africa. People have to know, say reggae music, it live love and direct, you know, say we're there. We spread the love to every corner of the four corners of the earth. Them, you know, say, yeah, man, reggae is like the word we are getting to the street and get the people them to eat and feel good, you know. Yeah, man, we're there straight.
Yes. Of course it is a shout out. I do not want to, definitely, I can't shout at everyone, but of course it is that. I give thanks for everyone who's listening out of the UK as well. You tap in every single week, Switzerland, Netherlands, all the different places across the UK, across Europe is currently tapping in. And in the UK, we always have London, Bristol, the different communities that are tuning in and saying, Empress Rose, we look forward to this place each and every week to listen to new artists. So, Botanist, you know, the production itself, the album, I cannot express to you or tell you enough how much appreciative it is of what it is that you have done between the production and the composition of this album as well. How excited, what is the local reception in terms of the production, the album?
Well, both the albums, both the albums, I mean, The Shift and Life Was Done So, well, the reception is quite, amazing, locally, and like people have, I don't know, it's like suddenly they just woke up to understand this type of sound that's actually right here, because it would have been different when they were hearing it, I mean, with a different artist from probably Canada or whatever. But now, because I'm just here, and I've been trying to teach this thing, but well, they just thought, okay, well, this guy is just trying to maybe, put a new sound, and well, let's give him, until they started, because it's like once you started listening to the album from track 1 till the end, then you understand the whole storyline and the concept of, the whole ideology of what the music is, It's not just about one song, but it's the whole album. The reason why it's an album, the story gets told within the collectiveness of the songs. So yeah, so it's only a few people, I mean, but most that get to that level of understanding music like that. Like, I mean, if you give an artist or a certain artist a chance, while you start listening to the artist's music, well, you can get a certain track that's not even out of the album, but I mean, while you start searching and get albums, if you want to know the story of the artist, the only way to do that is to start from track 1 till 11, where the album ends, and then you get the whole. So, I mean, the sound, the people are just going mad. It's like they're just going crazy. They're listening to it all over and over again. There's dubplate here and there, and the culture of dubplate is even growing, and it's even shocking. Because now they understand that, okay, with this sound, then we can also live up to this culture of doing dubplates and whatever. So, yeah, the reception is quite good, yeah? It's quite good locally. No, I can't really dispute it. It's good.
So with Uptown Jenna, it's a little bit of more on the dancehall side of reggae. Who is your favorite dancehall artist?
Who's my favorite dancehall artist? Well,
one.
Well, I've got quite a few, but I just like Capleton. He's just different.
Capleton.
It's
Shout
just
out
on
to
his own way.
Capleton.
Yeah, I just like Capleton. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm sure the world share the sentiments as well. So big ups to Capleton. Well, we are running through the album, so I'm gonna jump to one of your other tracks, Money Can't Buy Love, and we will be right back with some more questions again. Okay?
All right, bless.
In the meantime, between time, world class.
General Chicha Music.
Hey Chicha, man I look for the visa, American visa, jungle fly out Africa.
Make me talk to
Well, make me tell you not to leave is a fight. People envy your light. If you can't peak and pay some pride, can't stop now cause life is a fight. Some of us want food that's delight, refreshing just like Sprite. Me want live good freely like Nike, just do it like riding a smooth bike. Well then, money can buy life, just happiness that ends by knife. Like a cat deserve the 9 life, cause you faulty, can't take charge of the hive. Money can buy life, just happiness that ends by knife. Like a cat deserve the 9 life, cause you faulty, can't take charge of the hive. You this Some people they have to feel we. After that, informer at jail we. Enough bad people still watch jail we. Black people, the nation not heal we. Enough of them want move like scary. Kill them
Yes.
Left your basket.
What you're listening to is well, you're listening to the background. Money Can't Buy Life. What a realistic production. That's what I'm telling you. When you talk about this album and what it is that you are given, what you're given in terms of the production itself, there's so much to take away from this album. Again, in the background is Money Can't Buy Life. So, Mr. Lamington, tell me about this song, Money Can't Buy Life. It's such a momentous song, and such the real life vibes in terms of that title. Tell me about coming up with the production of this song and what made you decide that this is the perfect song to compose for this track.
I recently, when I did that song, actually, I had recently met my brother from Zim, Chicha. So he's been doing that. The dancehall album, he's the one who's been actually working on the beats on that one. So some of the beats, when I got them, actually, it wouldn't make sense to a lot of people, but I was like, okay, this is actually quite new, and then I went back and asked him, okay, what is this, the new sound that's actually, because it was new to my ears. I was like, what is this sound? Because I know the sound in Zim and, what's going on and what's trending. And he was like, no, brother, this is called helmet sound. So basically that's helmet sound. So it's that hard sound, like hard dancehall, real dancehall sound, So I was like, with sound like this, we need to just only find a way to spread a message, because that's the only way the message will get through while people are dancing, but also knowing that, okay, this is a reality check,
Yeah. It's interesting that you talk about helmet. For myself, it is that as an ethnomusicologist, I study the different forms of music cultures across the world. It's something that I have, the passion of music itself that I've shared with various persons within my own culture in terms of the subgenre of reggae that is exercised across the world, especially in Africa. So yes, in Johannesburg, we have the helmet dancehall. In Zim, we have Zim dancehall. In Nigeria, we have Naija dancehall. In Botswana, we have Bunchwal as well. But each...
Yes.
Yeah,
no, that's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yes. As an ethnomusicologist, that's what it is that, it comes natural, because these are things that have been, in terms of the different music across the world, the instruments, the productions that make them up as well. But I must tell you, reggae music is the one genre that's copied across the world, and more so than any other genre as well, right? And it's it's a pleasure to see that when go to some of these countries that for instance in Botswana, and you have the artists who are doing the bunchwal, the dancehall side, which they call bunchwal side of it or whatever, and it's amazing. The helmet dancehall, like what you're doing right now on your track, which some of my Jamaicans are listening and they're not, it sounds like it's dancehall. Yes, they call it helmet dancehall as well, and it's very hardcore in South Africa. That's the hardcore side of the reggae music itself. Is this your first time doing a helmet dancehall track?
Well, it's not my first, obviously, helmet dancehall tracks, but in the album, if obviously people could go, or the listeners, and obviously if you could go to the whole album, which you did, of The Life is Dancehall, you'll find that the whole project is just based on helmet, but there's a few songs that are just normal dancehall.
That are normal dancehall.
Then you'll find that mostly it's the helmet sound going on there.
Now, what would you say is your preference? Or what are the similarities in terms of I know what are the similarities, but from your perspective, in terms of the overall production of helmet dancehall and straight dancehall music, the originator, the music itself. What is your takeaway?
What my take is that the helmet is if I'm gonna speak based on music, it's just mostly based on the drum work. The drum work is more harder, than opposed to the normal dancehall beats, which could be just more melodical, and the drums would just be okay, But with helmet, we just don't compromise on the drum. It's just hard.
I value your opinion because it is that you are an instrumentalist. You play so many different instruments and you know exactly what it is that you're talking about. And that's why it is that helmet dancehall goes so much harder when you're talking about and let's just face it, right? Any good band, the person who makes the band, the one person who makes the band is the drummer. Right?
Definitely.
And on
the drum and the bass is more or less the same, because if those people are not connecting, then the whole band is just not on.
Exactly. So there it goes in terms of the helmet. Helmet is giving you something that it is within my prediction. It is within my prediction as we start to look at the changes over time that's coming to music. Helmet dancehall, out of all the countries that are the subgenres of reggae music, that helmet dancehall is going to be the one genre that comes out strong before anybody else.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm calling it. And as well, because it is that South Africa is the hot spot now for, I'm a piano and the different the different rhythms that's coming out of there. The piano is taking over. It's probably going to, get to a level or even higher. But I'm a piano was years ago. Was called something else. I can't remember the name. Am I correct? It was before they changed it to I'm a piano. It was called something else. But
it was called something else. But I don't know what they also found that was the trick to call it Amapiano. But I mean, if you know it in New York, I mean, come on, it's gone. It's gone.
The thing is that the instrumentation, there were some highlights that was done to the first one. So now it is that it's enhanced. It's enhanced, and they changed the name to Amapiano. I can't remember what it was called before, but it is taken over. It has taken over. So let me tell you, helmet dancehall is not far beyond that as well. As we talk about the drumming and the different things that make it up. Now, as we talk about the production of the various tracks that's going on, we have Phil out of New York, who is saying that, thanks Phil, he's saying that he really loves the interview. He's learning a lot about South Africa and, wasn't aware of you gotta be kidding me, Phil. Wasn't aware how big it is that reggae music is within Africa as well. Reggae music is what I always says as well. When I visit these countries, it's like they play more reggae music. It's like I'm home. You go to the store, there's reggae music. You're in your hotel, there's reggae music. So they listen to more reggae music than even some of the traditional music. Because I say it's poor people's music, right? So we're celebrated across the world, whether it be in track and field, whether it be in any kind of sports or music. Jamaicans are celebrated across the world. So as we talk about, have you ever been to Jamaica before?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Jamaica before?
No, not yet. But I'm paving my way. Soon, me I touch down now. Me there. Yeah, this is up. Yeah.
Yes, you need to pay Jamaica a visit. Okay, you are doing great tracks. And
definitely. Just just that one show, because I can't just go to Jamaica, just going. Yeah.
Yes, you can, because guess what?
Definitely.
Listen, Botanist. Yes, you can, because as I always tell my Jamaicans, yes, you can go to South Africa. All you need is a passport. You do not need a visa. You have a passport. You book a flight. You know somebody over there, or even if you don't. Well, everyone is not like myself. Myself, I'm an introvert, but I'm also that person that will just get up and travel, to somewhere just to figure. I want to know a little bit more about it and stuff like that as well. But yes, you can take a trip to Jamaica as well, right? And to all the producers that are listening, you would like to do something with Botanist, Mr. Lamington, whereas you can, let him come in Jamaica and record down there as well. All the producers that are listening right now, yeah? There you go.
Yes, definitely. If it's like that, if they link me up and say, yo, link up mine, come make we try to do something, then I will definitely, make my way there. But I can't just wake up in the morning unless if I'm a millionaire or billionaire. Then I just wake up and tell my wife to say, yo, today Jamaica, then phew, we JA, But apart from that, we stay there upon grounds, business. If I know business, we humble still, yeah, definitely.
Love it. So we're going to jump to one of your other tracks, Happy One Day. Mm-hmm. You want to set up Happy One Day?
Happy One Day.
Tell our audience what it's about.
Happy One Day. It's just a song that is probably, very deeper than what I could explain. But it's just a song about reality, what I see and what I would want to be, in the next, future and whatever. So it's just basically saying to all the artists out there and everybody to say, yo, let's have hope. Let's have hope, to know that one day or even tomorrow we might be anything. So we must be happy, because one day it will really be your day, Yeah, we did.
Blessed love. We're going to jump to Happy One Day by Mr. Lamington. That's Botanist, aka Botanist, and we'll be right back.
So me coulda get a big will. Some of them still a try but feel me. Them just a come and the real thing, yeah. Oh Lord, what them a doing, yeah. It's not moving. Though them a plan, it's not working now. Why them a turning wild? Why them a force and fight? Judge bless me still, me see the light. Him never left me, never forsake me. Happy one day. Wipe all the tears, take away all the fears. Things will be greater someday. Tell me family rejoice. I will be bigger one day. Own a big mansion there on the hill. Apply straight focus all the way. So me coulda get a big will. Oh well, time waits for no man. The earliest bird catch the fattest sperm. Rise up and face your dream. Jah love you even if you coulda sinned now. Remember light is within. You coulda dress well, but don't think within. Me say a prayer every day when me kneel. Oh Jah, your grace is real. I will be happy one day. Wipe all the tears, take away all the fears. Things will be greater someday. Tell me family rejoice. I will be bigger one day. Own a big mansion there on the hill. Yeah. Oh well, oh well. Oh, hey. Well, this is Botanist representing Anta Concrete Jungle, yeah. Reaching out to the world. Oh, open up your mind, yeah. Listen to the words when me speak, yeah. Oh, South Africa, I will be happy one day. Wipe all the tears, take away all the fears. Things will be greater someday.
Yes, I tell you what, we never cease to amaze our listening audience, and our listening audience just, love us back as well. Various text messages of persons that are saying that, yo, this is a solid album. They're loving it. And I thank you so much from across the world. shout out to everyone who is currently tapped in. And just like I said, tell a friend and tell another friend and tell another friend about this interview, about this show as well. Okay, we appreciate you wholeheartedly, and we could not do this without you. And I'm glad that you guys are loving this album. It's not that I'm here just playing songs just to play it. People are actually vibing and telling me about Happy One Day. So Mr. Lamington, Botanist, people are loving Happy One Day. I'm loving the whole album. So I can't even pick one track and says, well, this is my favorite out of all the tracks. I know at the beginning I did play New Africa, and it's very symbolic. It's very symbolic in terms of the album, in terms of the artist and the production and everything as well. But I'm loving the whole album as well. So Happy One Day, Happy One Day makes me happy that it is that I can listen to a solid production, reggae production from across the world as well. And we love you guys, for actually, coming on and saying, Empress Rose, this guy is not Jamaican, but he's from Africa, but he's one of us, because we hear his message, we hear what he's about, and we love and appreciate. I love it. I love it wholeheartedly. Yes. So it is that we have gone out of we don't know. 1 minute I said that we're out of the COVID period, but then as well it is that I'm hearing about other new diseases, and it's pandemic driven based on the different things that they're saying right now. And so for myself, I'm like, what else is there that we can not look forward to? Each and every day is just quite interesting in terms of where we're going with this. But shout outs to the various persons across the world. In terms of, we know that I've said at the top of the hour as well, is that you're nominated for Best Reggae New Album for the Sama Awards. How excited are you?
Yeah.
How excited are you about that?
It's always an excitement, because we're looking forward to win, but fortunate enough, it's not my first time, so
well, the third time might be the charm, right?
Hoping this time, the excitement builds up more, because now I can see that I really got to get it.
Now, quite interestingly,
so
quite interestingly, you're saying that how it's not your first time. Now, for yourself, can you compare your album that you had submitted before in comparison to this last one? Which do you think is a stronger album? The one that you did before, or this album?
No, honestly speaking, this album is more strong. In so many elements. Like, they just complement each other. So it's the strongest from now. Like, that I say, okay. This one, it deserves to be there, and it's got to get something, That's just about it.
Well, for myself as a producer and working in various aspects of the industry, whether it be film, whether it be music or otherwise, that is the thing about a production. You know within yourself when it is that you have done a production that is actually better from the previous. And then the idea in terms of production is that each and every time you actually rise to a higher level and you get better with everything.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance.
Yes, you get better with a day in, day out. As long as you can actually do the music every day in your life, you grow every day. That's just about it. It doesn't stop growing.
Yes. So the excitement has built, and yes, I'm happy for you. I will be keeping my eyes and ears open. I don't think that I will be able to attend the Summer Awards, but for our listening audience, if you have no idea about South Africa Music Award, let me tell you something. The BT Awards and all the awards that they have in the US has nothing on the Summer Awards. I would like you guys to go in and Check out the Sama Awards on YouTube. Type in Sama, S-A-M-A, and see exactly what I'm talking about. You are going to be, it's going to give you a vibe right out the go. From the very beginning and the instance you log on and you see exactly what we're talking about, there it goes when I tell you, visit Africa, okay? Don't believe everything you hear. Go on and check out Sama Awards and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. If I can be there, I will be there so I could cheer you on as well, right? And as I have various, friends within that medium who will be there as well. So if I can, I will. However, it's not on my radar, but I'm going to be watching to see exactly if Mr. Botanist walk away as the best new reggae album winner as well. I'm vying for you.
Yeah, no, because actually there's two. There's the best reggae album and the newcomer of the year.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah.
Now, are you performing on that night?
We haven't yet received any communication of sort, but hopefully we know that as opposed to the newcomer category, possibilities are we might perform. So we're just waiting on that communication, just that email. Then by then we'll know what's going on, because the summers are going to take place on the 28th of August. So I guess there's still a lot of time.
Yes, and there are various events that are planned around this as well. I love it that there are various events that are planned each and every year around it as well. Yeah, that's a place to be once it gets going as well. What's next beyond the Sama Awards? What is what's on your radar in terms of performance beyond the Sama Awards? Win or not win?
Yeah. So my parameters calculated. Like my brother would say from Malawi, Shag. I say, yo, Lamington, calculate your parameter. So yeah, the next big thing coming out is called the Invader. So everybody all over the globe, if you watch out for that one, yeah. That one is a collaborative. So yeah, man, basically me have I choose from there, New York, me have, GD Timeless from Zim, me have Irati from Zim, me have Smooth from Jamaica, and Army Brethren them. So, it's just various worldwide, Ghana, Johnny Hype, Junior Hype and them type of things. So, people must watch out. I'm going to drop it very, very, very soon. That one is coming out soon. And after that, watch out. There's a Strictly Roots Dub album coming out from Botanist before the summers. So check it out. It's produced by RV Beats from Trinidad, but right now is based in Germany. So, yeah, that's what I want. Watch out. Yeah.
So, you are a very versatile artist that dabbles in, dancehall, the various genres, dancehall, reggae, whatever. Do you have a favorite genre? Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite genre?
Well, I wouldn't say I have a favorite genre, but I just love good music. I'm just that person. If it's good music and it's listenable, and I can work with it,
All right. Well,
but I'm just reggae. Everything that has to do with reggae, that's just me. Out of reggae, it has to be really good music,
I love it. Well, speaking of good music, we are going to jump to Unoman, and I will be right back where it is that we're going to wrap up this interview with some of the questions from our listening audience as well.
Mm-hmm.
Harmonist reproduction. Well, this is Botanist representing out the concrete jungle, yeah. Say to the world, them fin know. Our point rhythm, they are for sure. Oh well. Hey, yo, boss, make me talk to them quick. See to the world, now we come out clear. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Arrow point them can test we no man. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man.
Copper to me chest can get to me. Well. Straight like an arrow. Botanist, no me no borrow. Get the green, just relax and ease up. From the vaccine, no we not give up. Black man, rise and pull up. Jungle, no we a big up. From Africa to the world, can give up. Rasta man life, that we a big up. See to the world, now we come out clear. Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Arrow point them can test we no man. Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Well, true them can stand this heat. That's why them about to me feet. Can't take a seat. Camille just a bounce too sweet. Tell them say we are the leader. Open your eyes and see Jar. Tell them we respect your inner. No we can bow to no Caesar. See to the world now we come out clear. Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me can get to me man.
So okay, the listening audience is having a vibe with this song. What did I tell you? I tell you this album is excellent, right? Listen.
Yeah, definitely.
I am pulling up this song because I would like to vibe out with it. So yes, I'm saving it to vibe out. Yeah, this song right here.
All right.
My board lit up like a Christmas tree.
You see that song right there? It's produced by Jabaz. If you know Jabaz in there in New York, Jabaz, Military Production, where I join all of them there. The beat is from the elder there, so watch out. The rhythm is called Arrow Point. We'll soon drop the second season, so watch out, New York. The thing turn up mad enough.
The Arrow Point rhythm, let me tell you. I'm pulling up this song because I'm saving it for when I vibe out, because the listening audience just like my board went insane in terms of this track right here. We have persons, for instance, in Jamaica. Somebody just sent me a message and asked me, what's the name of that rhythm? And I guess the person just tapped in. He's not Jamaican. So Mr. Botanist, Mr. Lamington Botanist is from South Africa, because the person in Jamaica is asking me, here in Jamaica. He's not Jamaican.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, just telling me, Arrow Point. He might go and check Arrow Point. He might go get the first season, but well, I know the second season I go come out and bang, bang, shillings. Is it?
Oh gosh, I just really had to come in and really talk about the fact that this like set off a firestorm. So I'm going to save this song because I'm going to vibe out it, because there's so much purses as well that's hitting me up about it as well, and we're going to come to some of those questions. The track that's called Bad to the Bone, because there's so much tracks to go around. Bad to the Bone. Talk to me about Bad to the Bone.
Basically lyrically bad, we're bad to the bone. From growing to roots, hip hop, them street chat, or what them I call it, anything where I come and have lyric in it, we're bad to the bone, we stand tell them straight. And that it mean,
It's kind of interesting that you don't have a favorite genre, but I think whichever one it is that comes up between the reggae side or the dancehall side, you're able to hold to hold your own.
No, definitely. Me have my own corner there, where me grow. It a grow right now, little and little, but me have it right there, so.
All right, so let's listen to Bad to the Bone. We're gonna go right back as well.
Man a bad to the bone, mass up and we clean everything, man a raw low. Change the dancehall scene, I with a smoke lime green, man a harrow. This man to the whole cabinet, look how them a famous and net. Shaming African vet, some of them never big up them just. Look how them a feeling weak, corrupted them a lie to we. Look how them a fighting we, indigenous we standing we. Man a bad to the bone, mass up and we clean everything, man a raw load. Change the dancehall scene, I with me smoke lime green, man a arrow. Man a bad to the bone, mass up and we clean everything, man a raw load. change the dancehall scene. I with a smoke and green banana road. South Africa, life is a movie. Bad mind, stop this looting. Tell police boy to stop this shooting. I create a get rolling. Man, I still humble star, so me coulda reach far. No matter what the scam, me still a day a good par. And me clean and black like tar. Good sense in me no smell out a glass jar. Man a bad to the bone. Mass up and me clean everything, man a raw out. Change the dancehall scene. I with me smoke them green pan a road. Man a bad to the bone, mass up and clean everything, man a raw low. Change the dancehall scene, I with a smoke and green man a road. Man a bad to the bone, mass up and clean everything, man a raw low. Change the dancehall scene, I with me smoke and green man a road. Man a bad to the bone, mass up and clean everything, man a raw low. Change the dancehall scene.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something, man. What did I tell you? This album is lit, okay? It's lit. When I tell you, it's happening. It's happening. So, I have so much persons that's hitting me up right now because I have Jamaica that's asking me, you know, bring the guy come in Jamaica now because definitely one of us right here they listen to the Back to the Bone and the Uno Man song. Yeah, it's definitely a vibe that puts you on another high. The Back to the Bone production is definitely Back to the Bone.
Yeah, no, it's Helmet. It's Helmet. You know, Helmet just does it. So yeah, it's definitely badder than bad.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. When I talk about the subgenre of reggae, this is the next, in terms of every other country that has a subgenre, this is the one country that's going to come out with a subgenre that hits. This Helmet right here is very strong.
Yeah.
It's very strong, right?
Yes, because definitely this sound it's originally from Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I also have a producer that's in Zim that's doing it for me. But even in SA at this point in time, the Helmet sound, it's just completely different, and it's just making it its own way. So definitely, this sound will have, that time change in between the space because we have to set the thing, no man. They want to follow, Long time we did, pray and thing. Then it's time they must fall away. It's the new sound and thing. So definitely we jump on it again. From Afrobeat, Helmet, definitely.
I'm loving it, Botanist, really and truly. Yeah. Let me ask, how much reggae do you consume on a daily basis?
How much reggae do I consume? Oh gosh. No, I'm just reggae, from the wake up, they just do reggae. So reggae is just part of my life. I can't even count. I would be lying if I say how much I'm consuming, but I'm just reggae.
Wow. So your traditional music, is it Zulu? Your traditional? Okay. Yes, I think the combination of a Zulu helmet, reggae track is quite happening. I'm looking, man. I tell you, it's just a matter of time. Remember, I tell you, Helmet Dancehall is the one that's going to get out as well.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about and saying that when I am in Africa and it's like everywhere I go there's reggae and every time you talk to an artist they consume reggae from they wake up in the morning till they go to bed, and I'm like, what? I always
that's what's up.
I'm always saying that persons who keep on saying about all the other genres how popular they are. I'm sorry, not because I'm Jamaican. Jamaican is the one genre that's doing it. Yeah. It is the number one genre.
It's time for reggae now. In other continents in other parts in the continent of Africa, but outside there, reggae music is doing it. So it's time. Reggae music has to really take over the world because the only true meaning to that, to the meaning of reggae is that it's universal music. So it has to really expand to that global, effect and affect everybody, like coronavirus, my sister.
Oh my gosh. Well, we touched a little bit, just on about everything. But I noticed as well, though, on your album, you have adopted something similar to with some of my Jamaican guys. They come on and I listen to their album, and I'm not hearing no female within the production or within their collaborative music and stuff like that. What about the collaborations? As well, collaborative music with yourself and other females, whether they be reggae or of other genres. Is that something we can expect for your next project?
If you could go back to that the Shift album, there's a female that I actually featured, and not only on one song but two. The reason being, within the reggae, we need to really take away this thing of, oppressing, the opposite gender, because we want to feel powerful or whatever, So basically, it's just, being involved to understand enough that we need to also give women a chance, to come out there and be there. So that lady that I'm actually, featuring there, it's my wife, and she's building up also, she's coming back. She's got a song out. It's called Uptown Girl, so you can check it out, Uptown Girl. So yeah, we're dropping an album soon. So basically, we're just trying to build everything accordingly so that, when we move, we move obviously in the same, speed and everything. So yeah, we obviously have to put the female artists there every now and then. We must put them there every now and then, because reggae music can't be reggae alone. I mean, if you find, if you could actually go back to Jamaican reggae songs, you find that the backing's there. It's females and they're doing so good. And those people can also come out there, as their own. So I think, we must just also every now and then give them that chance to hit a verse, hit a chorus every now and then, right then back each other, and then boom, big thing I want.
Oh boy, talk to me about Up Top.
Up Top, definitely, If Trinidadians them listen, them know say Trinidad, Up Top, Hilltop, them know say Biggie. Them know the crew, them Jalano and them there. No, Up Top, no. Listen, lifestyle have to be greater. So, my sister, hear this now. We want to build a big house up top, live up hilltop, drive big cars, definitely clean lifestyle. Up top, we're tired of the lower life thing, Straight. So up top of the thing there. So, we're prophesying to be there, so.
So, the Up Top production was actually done by your Trinidadian producer?
No. Definitely, I was just explaining, the term.
Oh, okay.
It was, it's him, eh?
It's him?
Him. Hey, guys. Hey, yo.
Who is that producer?
Not undermine Zimbabwe.
Oh, no. Never. Who is the Zimbabwean producer?
Who is that?
Who is the producer for Up Top?
It's General Teacher Music.
Okay. And they're out of Zim.
Straight out of Zimbabwe.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's give our listening audience a taste of Up Top as well.
Make the world know start seize up. Hide under small teacup. Hey. Rolex life take time. Some man a kill for the dime. Pan streets man a dead for a rhyme. Watch how you move for the kind. Oh well, yeah. Pure clean life man a bring. Just like me sweet melody, yeah. Real music make me who I be. Enough of them try play wanna be. Wanna better know. Pure clean life man a bring. Just like me sweet melody, yeah. Real music make me who I be. Enough of them try play wanna be. Well. South Africa defending. Positive signals me sending. To the whole area me start searching. Tell me where fi find success king. War driving a Merc G, Maybach,
and Bugatti. Take me keys, straight to karate. It real, this I know carry on, yeah. Pure clean life, man, I bring. Just like me sweet melody, yeah. Real music make me who I be. Enough of them try play wanna be. What about I know? Pure clean life, man, I bring. Just like me sweet melody, yeah. Real music make me who I be. Enough of them try play wanna be. Oh well, yeah. Up we up, nah give up. Concrete jungle, no man a big up. Make the world know start seize up. Hide under small teacup. Hey, Rolex life take time. Some man a kill for the dime. Pan streets man a dead for a rhyme.
Now, I must tell you, I do not know how much you guys have enjoyed this album. Well, I cannot say that. I don't know how much you guys have enjoyed this album. It is because I'm getting enough messages and enough persons that are saying, what? Oh, yes, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the album wholeheartedly as well. And we're coming to the end of our interview as well. So, Mr. Lamington, Botanist, can you tell us, the listening audience, the name of the album and where they can locate the album?
Oh, okay. To all the listeners out there, so check it out. There's 2 albums out. The first one is called The Shift. We can get it on our iTunes stores, on Deezer. It's basically on all the internet, platforms, as well as the other one. It's called Life is Dancehall. Mm-hmm. With that one, it's the one that we're busy playing right now. So that one, you can also get it on all the internet stores. It could be iTunes, Deezer, Spotify. Just go and type Botanist, Mr. Botanist, Mr. Lamington. The Lamington is not the Lamington with the L-E-A. It's the Lamington with the L-A. So it's Lamington. So it's Lamington, Lamington. Yeah.
Yes. So there are 2 albums out there, and I'm telling you, it's giving me life. So to our listening audience, I will be giving away a few albums. Okay, so I'll be giving away the Life of Dancehall. That album I will be giving away 5 copies, and on The Shift I will be giving away 10 albums. So hit me up and tell me which one you want. Okay, and I will be I will be gifting copies of it so that you guys can tune in and listen to it, each and every one as well. Within the interview itself, we cannot play the song out, and so we are playing a part of it so that you guys are able to hear it, and that you can go back later and you can listen to it in its entirety. We are so happy to have my audience is also very happy to have Mr. Lamington, Botanist, here in studio, because I tell you what, they can relate to the great music that he has put together, and they, just like myself, agree that this is a hit album.
No, give thanks to everybody there tuning in. Send a beautiful message and thing, yeah. Real music, remember, real recognize, real boy. So yeah, boom, we're there straight. Africa to the world.
So, Mr. Lamington, before you go, any last minute shout outs that you wish to send out to our listening audience?
To my wife Dima, for the hard work. She's the only partner I have. I mean, this is all our hard work. Shout out to my engineers, shout out to RV Beats, shout out to Chicha Music, shout out to New Mix, shout out to the late I Can Bless, shout out to Botanist again. So yeah, with them and Concrete Jungle to the world, they are now the artists at large. So yeah, boom, boom, there, straight.
We're gonna vibe out with Guns Them Tall. And of course, the bonus track itself, there are a few persons I will be giving away 6 copies of that track. Uno man. Okay, but we're gonna vibe out with Guns Them Tall. What do you wanna tell our listening audience about the Guns Them Tall track?
Well, man, definitely, it just explains, the name. From most of the people that know me before Mr. Lamington, they know me as Botanist, the sniper from afar. Mm-hmm. So lyrically, we shoot from a distance. So I'm basically saying, yo, my guns them tall, so don't try me lyrically. So yeah, man, you just don't try it, yeah, because yo, me they're strong. They're strong, no joke. Could have be any clash, anything, yo, watch out. Bring the money come. Dead you are dead right now. Straight.
That's
lyrically, not physically, you know. I am on a peace, man. You know, we don't fight nobody. But lyrically, man, competition, if you get in a competition, yo, we have to win. You have to be in it to win. So, yeah, man, lyrically, if you understand the business and all it works, clash, you know, it's very healthy, you know, for the game and them type of things. So, we're not promote it, but, you know, sometimes you just find yourself in it, you know, however. So, if you have money in it, watch out, lyrically, we just snipe them off, you know. Great.
I love it. It's been a pleasure having you. It's been a pleasure, Mr. Lamington. Botanist, I have you, you know, come in as well. You're always welcome. You're always welcome here.
All right. I know. Give thanks, Empress. You know, Amen. We give thanks, you know, Africa, we're there, we get a chance, you know, to speak to the world, you know, at large. So, yeah, we give thanks, even, you know, respect. We're there, concrete jungle to the world, you know, we're there. Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing you later this year when I'm in South Africa as well. I will keep you posted, and thank you again for coming through.
All right. Bless up. Bless up. One love still. One love.
All right, there. Have a blessed one. We're vibing out
right,
with Guns Them Tall. Keep listening.
Right. Well. Hey, jungle. Me say me gun them down. Well, down them Babylon. No for them still the pan recliner. Me no skew but me the pan me line. Me too real, you finesse me no mime. Me too tight, you better check out me rhyme. When me put a full stop underline, looking for me no right deep undermine. Make me shine that on me Optimus Prime. Who no better wake up, piss up
South Africa, you coulda bad but not in a dance hall. You coulda hot but not in a my side. You coulda mad but not in a my car. You coulda wild but not in a jungle. You coulda bad but not in a dance hall. You coulda hot but not in a my side. You coulda mad but not in a my car. You coulda wild but not in a jungle.
Well, if you think say me a like, come try me. Me name Lamington, the shots them long and me gun them. Wicked and taller, never did a bang taller. Money me a make, now me no beg for jungle box. That a the big star. Me no wanna stay just and shoot from far. Some of them are too wicked.
South Africa, you coulda bad but not in a dance hall. You coulda hot but not in a my side. You coulda mad but not in a my car. You coulda wild but not in a jungle. You coulda bad but not in a dance hall. You coulda hot but not in a my side. You coulda mad but not in a my car. You coulda wild but not in a jungle.
No for them still the pan recliner. Me no skew but me the pan me line. Me too real, you finesse me no mime. Me too tight, you better check out me rhyme. When me put a full stop underline, looking for me no right deep undermine. Make me shine that on me Optimus Prime. Who no better wake up, piss up and
South Africa, you coulda bad but not in a dance hall. You coulda hot but not in a my side. You coulda mad but not in a my car. You coulda wild but not in a jungle. You coulda bad but not in a dance hall. You coulda hot but not in a my side. You coulda mad but not in a my car. You coulda wild but not in a jungle.
No. Hey, Lamington a bust up right now. Hey, 600 caliber. Wow. It ain't war. Jungle, we are defend right now. Well, this is Botanist representing out the concrete jungle here.
Oh well. Harmonious reproduction. Well, this is Botanist representing out the concrete jungle here.
Say to the world them fi know. I rock wine rhythm they are for show. Oh well. Hey, your boss, make me talk to them quick. See to the world now we come out clear.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
I rock wine them can test we no man.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me. Well. Straight like an arrow. Botanist, know me no borrow. Get the green, just relax and ease up. From the vaccine, no we not give up. Black man, rise and pull up. Jungle, know we a big up. From Africa to the world, can give up. Rasta man life, that we a big up.
See to the world, now we come out clear.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Arrow point them can test we no man.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Oh well, true them can stand. Oh well. Harmonious reproduction. Well, this is Botanist representing out the concrete jungle, yeah. Say to the world them fi know. I rock wine rhythm they are for show. Oh well. Hey, your boss, make me talk to them quick. See to the world now we come out clear.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Arrow point them can test we no man.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me. Well. Straight like an arrow. Botanist, know me no borrow. Get the green, just relax and ease up. From the vaccine, no we not give up. Black man, rise and pull up. Jungle, know we a big up. From Africa to the world, can give up. Rasta man life, that we a big up.
See to the world, now we come out clear.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Arrow point them can test we no man.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Oh well, true them can stand this heat.
That's why them about to me feet. Can't take a seat. Camille just a bounce too sweet.
Tell them say we are the leader. Open your eyes and see Jar. Tell them we respect your inner. No we can bow to no Caesar. See to the world now we come out clear.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Arrow point them can test we no man.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Well. Straight like an arrow. Botanist, know me no borrow. Get the green, just relax and ease up. From the vaccine, no we not give up. Black man, rise and pull up. Jungle, know we a big up. From Africa to the world, can give up. Rasta man life, that we a big up.
See to the world, now we come out clear.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Arrow point them can test we no man.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
See to the world, now we come out clear.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Arrow point them can test we no man.
Can't trust uno man. Bulletproof vest can live uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me
You. Well, this is Botanist representing out the concrete jungle, yeah. Hey, street. So tell the world. Asia Buzz.
Yes, ladies Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in and chilling with us today. You had an opportunity to listen to Mr. Lamington, aka Botanist, as well. Earlier in the show, we were able to hear the effective sounds of Empress Naya. Okay. So so for everyone who is requesting the track playing in the background, Unoman, of course it is. I'll be giving away 6 copies, so you can hit me up as well, okay? After the completion of Unoman, that's currently playing in the background, we are going to vibe out with, at the start of the hour, at the start of the show, we had a tribute to Merciless, who just passed away recently, and song by none other than Mr. Paul Gale, aka Little Hero. So we'll vibe out with that as well, okay? Keep vibing.
Can't trust Uno man, bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chase can get to me man. Arrow point them can test we no man. Can't trust Uno man, bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Oh well, true them can stand this heat. That's why them about to me feet. Can't take a seat. Camille just a bounce too sweet. Tell them say we are the leader. Open your eyes and see Jar. Tell them we respect your inner. No, we can bow to no Caesar. See to the world, now we come out clear. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Arrow point them can test we no man. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Well. Straight like an arrow. Botanist, no me no borrow. Get the green, just relax and ease up. From the vaccine, no we not give up. Black man, rise and pull up. Jungle, no we a big up. From Africa to the world, can give up. Rasta man life that we a big up. See to the world, now we come out clear. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Arrow point them can test we no man. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. See to the world, now we come out clear. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man. Arrow point them can test we no man. Can't trust Uno man. Bulletproof vest can live Uno man. Copper to me chest can get to me man.
Well, this is Botanist representing out a concrete jungle, yeah. Hey, street. So tell the world, tell the world, tell the world, tell the world. Asia Buzz.
What am I saying? John Roster. Can't believe you're gone. No. Can't believe you're gone. Gone away. Sad word to say. No. Life is a gift we have to cherish. We get this learn and life. So how you feel perish? That's just not nice. Last time we talk, we are gonna get rich and live up to the fullness and have things that flourish. Right now I'm full stress, cause this was not a decision. Still hold my opinion. That's not where you belong. God alone can prove me wrong. This was not a decision. Still hold my opinion. That's not where you belong.
gentlemen, and to all our listening audience, what you're listening to in the background. And I know that there's an audience that's currently just joining right now. And this song itself is a tribute dedication to Merciless from Little Hero. The name of this song is Can't Believe You're Gone. Okay, Merciless, who passed away a few days ago, a reggae artist straight out of Jamaica. Okay, for the song itself, Can't Believe You're Gone, you are currently listening to in the background. The music video will be available later today at 12 a.m. We'll debut at 12 a.m. So stay tuned for that. We'll be sending out some updates throughout the rest of the evening of where you can locate the video. Of course, YouTube, that will be premiered on YouTube later today. And just to let you guys know, we appreciate you listening wholeheartedly. And of course, you know that you do take the time out to listen to Can't Believe You're Gone, okay? As well, check out the music video later today.
Can't believe you're gone. No, 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 no. Can't believe you're gone. Gone away. Sad word to say. No, no. Life is a gift we have to cherish. We get this eternal life. So all you feel perish. That's just not nice. Last time we talk, we are gonna get rich and live up to the fullness and have things that flourish. Right now I'm full stress, cause this was not a decision. Still hold my opinion. That's not where you belong. God alone can prove me wrong. It was not a decision. Still hold my opinion. That's not where you belong. Still I'm holding strong. Someday I don't have to go, but we never planned for this. Now that it's all, you don't get to fulfill your promise. To stay on earth forever is everybody wish. Can't believe me, I feel carry your casket. Me still in that denial, say you're gonna read your memories live on. Don't let me tell myself me and say you before dawn. All when them say that transform, you transform, and say a better place you gone. But it was not a decision. Still on my opinion. That's not where you belong. God alone can prove me wrong. It was not a decision. Still on my opinion. That's not where you belong. Still I'm holding strong. Cause when them calls say you drop out, me have to say what kind of sad news this. Me have to ball and shout and say I must sleep, you asleep. Oh Lord, I hear number this. Me have to hang up and call back quick. Oh Lord, it's like me head chip. Stop and think and wonder who them a try to cheat. Oh Lord, cause this was not a decision. Still on my opinion. That's not where you belong. God alone can prove me wrong. This was not a decision. Still on my opinion. That's not where you belong. God alone can prove me wrong. Can't believe you gone. No, no.
Yes. So, to our listening audience and to everyone who is currently tuning in, thanks for vibing with us. If you would like to submit to the One and One Music Review Show, we are always accepting submissions. And to be considered, kindly send a brief bio, 1 to 3 MP3, and social media links to globalmusicreport@gmail.com. As always, our capital home is International Stars. Do check us out across the social media platforms. That's INTLSTARZ. And for a more intimate approach, I can be reached on IG as Infinite Empress. That's INFINITEMPRESS. It's been a pleasure having you. Stop in and lending to me each and every week. You're listening in. I thank you. Again, blessed love.